Our food system's under a lot of stress globally. We face issues in terms of water usage, in terms of extreme weather, in terms of being able to actually produce enough food to feed the growing population, as we're expected to grow to almost 10 billion by the year 2050. Around the world, people are innovating and exploring all sorts of different solutions to address these systemic issues, whether that's at the consumer end of the scale, in terms of reducing food wastage, whether it's at the supply chain, so improving efficiency to make sure that all the food that we grow actually gets eaten, or at the producer end of the scale, so whether we're looking at organic production, regenerative production, indoor farming, and vertical farming. All of these are ways that people are addressing these problems in society. So vertical farming can help address a lot of the different challenges that climate change is pressuring our current system with. Vertical farming is a way of growing produce that effectively allows us to take the pressure off of the soil, pressure off the land, so that we don't have to industrially farm our natural environment. So indoor farming is seeing a huge amount of growth worldwide, both in the greenhouse sector and the much more recent vertical farming industry. These are technologies which allow us to use resources much more efficiently, so you're able to recirculate things like water and nutrients, and reduce their impact that these would have on the environment in traditional agriculture. They allow us to farm in a much more intensive way, but a much more sustainable way at the same time. So I set up LettUs Grow with my two co-founders, Jack and Ben, to address some of the biggest issues in our food system that we're faced with. We do this through using aeroponic vertical farming to have the biggest impact we possibly can on reducing the resource impact of how we produce food. So LettUs Grow is a unique combination of plant scientists, engineers, business experts, all working towards the same goal of improving our food systems for future generations. We really see traditional agriculture and vertical farming going hand in hand. What vertical farming allows us to do is sustainably intensify production. We see indoor farming, vertical farming as a way of being able to grow more in a more sustainable way whilst having the least impact possible on the land. And what this enables us to do is, when we are farming the soil and farming in more traditional methods, we can do this in a much more responsible, more sustainable way. So things like regenerative agriculture and organic production can be used to make sure that we're rebuilding ecosystems whilst also producing food at the same time. Vertical farming is a piece of the puzzle for solving the issues that our food system faces. It has to be used in the right circumstances, in the right environments, to make sure that the benefits of it can be maximised. And this means different geographies worldwide, integration with other renewable energy technologies, and sustainable practices actually alongside vertical farming as well. So it really is part of the sort of holistic improvements that we need to make to our food system. And this includes many of the practices we talked about earlier, regenerative farming, organic farming, as ways that can help boost our ecosystems compared to how we currently do things.